welcome back. It's a Freaky Friday edition of Liquid Lunch. I earlier had been saying we're filling in for Howie Carr, but I guess we're filling in for Chris Salcedo.
Oh, that's on my list of corrections coming up in just 7 minutes.
All right, for all you Salcedoites out there, at the end of Liquid Lunch every day, I am taken to task by my co-host and managing editor here. And we do a segment called WTF, What's the Facts? And sometimes during the show, I'm getting so excited and I'm getting all riled up about certain things, and I might even have a dash of refreshment here and make some little mistakes while I'm trying to make television great again. And in the WTF, Frank corrects all that stuff for me, so I'm going to take a serious beating for that. But welcome all Salcedoites.
That's right, and welcome aboard all the Gravel supporters out there to the campaign of Tulsi Gabbard. That's right, former Alaska senator and recently dropped out presidential candidate Mike Gravel has officially endorsed Tulsi Gabbard for president. So I think she's polling, depending on the poll, at either 1 or 2% now. If you add all the Gravel supporters, she'll actually be at negative 1%.
Right, she'll be at 1 or 2%.
Exactly, exactly.
Gravel, you know, me and you, we're independents. We're third-party type guys. We fight for ballot access, and we want all people to be able to have access to be part of government. So we root for these underdogs, right?
Yeah, well, I like Gravel. That's a good idea.
I'm saying, but they have no chance.
That's true. You're right.
It's you know, so even now he's endorsing Tulsi Gabbard.
That's right. The system's rigged.
It doesn't mean anything.
Well, all right. Well, so be it. All right. Well, so let me ask you about another person that has statistically about as much chance of being likely to win the presidency as Mike Gravel, and that is Julian Castro. Now, his brother tweeted a couple of days ago, Trump donors, the names of Trump donors in his district. Now, forgetting about, I don't know what this was supposed to do. I don't know what he was hoping for, if he was hoping these people would be publicly humiliated and people would shout at them when they went to restaurants and stuff like that, or if he was legitimately trying to provide targets to some lunatic that might go crazy on Trump supporters. I don't know what he was trying to do, but his brother is running for president, and now the brother has refused to decry his brother's tweets, which I think he really should have done.
So Joaquin is posting publicly all people who donate to Trump to try to bring
and
like
Julian is refusing.
And Julian,
that's right,
is not denouncing this. So
right.
Julian.
I don't know. I think so.
Joaquin.
If he becomes the nominee,
are they related to River Phoenix?
Fidel and they might be Joaquin and River Phoenix.
Yeah, are they? No.
Yeah.
Are they related to Raul Castro?
Well, the way some of their policies are, it wouldn't surprise me if that were indeed the case.
How about, you know, when they keep talking to Trump and yelling at Trump about his civility and unity and divisiveness? How about people who express themselves by donating to one candidate or another? It's a public filing.
Yeah.
So anyone can go and search on their own, but it's tedious and it's unnecessary. And when you put them out there, like, what good is it doing to anyone?
I think you're exactly right. Yeah.
Why don't the Castro brothers stick to what they were doing best in Scarface? You know what I'm saying? Like, and leave our, you know, humble little democracy alone.
Well, it's so
socialism
interesting.
Is not for us.
Well, it's so interesting because I believe several of these candidates had no problem weighing in on a New York policing matter, and that's the Eric Garner case and the would-be firing of Officer Pantaleo in the last presidential debate. One of the things that we're seeing around the country is these, and we spoke about this with Rafael Mengal when he was here, but we're seeing these criminal justice reformers not run for state legislature or Congress or president, but instead run for DA and basically refuse to enforce the law once they're elected. We've seen it with Larry Krasner in Philadelphia. He's probably the best known, but the state's attorney, I think they call it, in Baltimore, Chicago. We see these people run for DA on a platform of letting people out of jail or not putting people in jail. In New York, we have our very own criminal justice reformer as a DA, and that's Brooklyn District Attorney Eric Gonzalez. And guess what? Since he's decided to stop putting people in jail, even if they commit violent felonies, and stop asking for bail, shootings are up in Brooklyn. So those of you that are considering electing one of these no prosecution prosecutors, take a look at Brooklyn.
It's getting crazy out there. You're watching Liquid Lunch. Frank's going to come back and correct all my mistakes right after this. Stay right there.